Welcome back everyone to Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Today we're going to tackle File R03, or the third mission. It's our difficulty. I did do some stuff off screen which I will explain. So let's get right in there. Should be a short chapter.
So you've got some kind of disguise lined up, right?
Yep, all set.
Hope so. You'd be a little conspicuous just walking the streets.
Relax, Cap. I'll blend right in.
Blend right in.
Well, just get into the sewer system ASAP.
Costume so trash we're throwing it right away.
Just mind their own business. You sure you want the K9000 there along for this one?
I had the good doctor make some adjustments along with repairs. Remote piloting and AI wiping have been disabled. So yeah, I say let's throw him a bone.
It's Scooby-Doo!
My exoskeleton resembles a canine. Canines enjoy bones. I'm using on 2 levels.
Let's go. Adios, amigos.
¿Viste? Claro, ¿eh? Hay que hacer que no lo vimos. Vámonos ya.
A master of disguise we are not.
It's right. I'm in the sewer system.
All right, let's get started. Your mission's to investigate the Desperado-affiliated research center somewhere in that area. According to the intel from our client, the lab's been dumping illegal waste into those sewers. FYI, they're also involved with the cartels in human trafficking. Allegedly, anyway.
This just gets better and better.
Tell me about it. We need you to infiltrate the lab and find out everything you can. Of course, you'll have to find it first. We still don't know the exact location.
So I'm looking for anywhere the lab might hook up with the sewers?
Yep. If they're actually dumping waste, they've got to link up somehow. Find that connection, sneak into the lab, and see if you can find evidence implicating them on anything.
No problem. Stealth's my specialty.
Right. Well, we'll see.
Do we have any idea what kind of research they're doing there?
Not really. Maybe something related to all the people they're trafficking.
Like experimentation?
It's possible. First things first, though. Find a way into that lab. Oh, right. It says here the locals say black crocodiles live in those sewers. So, watch out.
Black crocodiles? Could they be talking about UGs?
Maybe just an urban legend. But still, be careful.
I will scout ahead. You will provide backup.
Sir, yes, sir.
Commence operation.
Like I said, Scooby-Doo. Alright, a few things I did beforehand was I did a trick in the last mission to grind out some BP to buy the Fox Blade and the Armor Pen upgrade on it, which makes quick work of most of the cannon fodder enemies. Unfortunately, it is a one-shot, so it does make cutting off specific limbs a tad bit harder, but it's to make levels go quicker instead of spending 10 to 20 seconds per guy. This cuts it down to about 2, maybe 3. And also, for Miss Straw, we get a special weapon, her polearm. The polearm is mainly for AoE clearing of little guys. It does have its uses, and it's preferably my favorite of the special weapons. That isn't to say that the others don't have their use, it's just my favorite.
Right. Unidentified unidentified UGs are patrolling the sewers. Exercise caution.
Also, some other battle points to increase my endurance and to also increase my blade mode. As you can see, it's glowing blue. If I trigger it, it'll one-hit kill a person. One of the black crocodiles legend spoke of.
Better take out that UG quick. Don't want to attract too much attention down there.
So yeah, that guy, normally a mini-boss, he takes a good chunk of time to kill. As you can see, Foxblade with the special upgrade, Quick Work.
Use it to conceal yourself if necessary.
And yeah, they are putting an emphasis on stealth, so might as well use it. And yay for getting backhanded. So, one thing you want to watch is, watch your minimap. It'll tell you places you can go. This door, kind of hidden. Go ahead and slice it up, jump in here. And we have our first VR terminal for the level, so let's go ahead and grab that. Now, one thing I haven't been able to show off yet is, there is a no damage bonus, which the Foxblade with the armor pen upgrade does make it easier to get. I'm just unfortunately being terrible at the game right now to show it off. Again, watch the minimap, it'll give you a fair idea where to go, cut open that gate and jump down here.
There is a boy in these sewers.
Our next special will spawn here, but first we have to clear out this area. So run around, and again we have these little guys. If anything, it's a nice time to show off the pole-arm. Just run around, make quick work of them. Even without this blade, they're easy kills. There's just a lot of them. And as you can see, that was all of them. So now we head back to where we dropped down, and here's this little fella, a new collectible. This is called a humanoid gecko. It thinks it's people! Let's see if I can't get a better look at him. See, he thinks he's people. He kicks like people. Dispatch him, and that's a humanoid gecko down. There are 5 in total scattered throughout all the levels. So let's continue with one of the shortest, stinkiest missions in the game. The sewer level. Nobody likes sewer levels. They always seem to be the worst mission in a game, and to be honest, this one seems to be. Metal Gear Rexes, I believe? Controlled by humanoid geckos. Yes, we were just introduced to the most annoying of the game. Unfortunately, he'll be sticking with us throughout the playthrough. Most of the time he's in his own, but blech. So yeah, see, no damage, 1500 points, makes it a lot easier to gain those S ranks. Which in themselves are an achievement.
Estás bien? What you say?
Oh.
Me a Guyanese from Guyana. You speak English?
Yeah, I'm from America. Call me Ryden.
Me name George, like Georgetown.
George.
And just like all damn America president.
Yeah. So what are you doing here?
Me? What the rest of you do here? You lose the map of Ninja Hideout, Ninja Man?
No, I'm looking for bad guys.
Damn Skunter research lab.
You know about it?
Me know me now go back. Hey, you're not one of them skunt, nah? Nah, I guess you're alright. If you're a cyborg, you know who they is?
Sort of. What happened to you?
Well, maybe live on the street, they can skip above, nah? Then this good me dressed like the mafia say, hey, boy, you want a job? What the worst gonna happen, nah? But then other skunt don't put me on a ras boat. They pack us all a big bulldozer container. Next thing we know, we're here at the zombie lab.
All kids? Like you?
Yeah, another boy. But then we been over here what them skunt wanna do. Snuff us out. And got all the organ.
So you ran.
Uh-huh. Is she me not a bad-ass robot ninja man? Same as you. Ha! Me been strongest cyborg ever. Warlock all them phantoms and black clothes that eye pass me.
Starting to sound like a bad guy yourself.
Just playing, nah? Me done plenty bad thing. But me not kill no man. Nah, never.
Good.
We tried to warn the boy. I say, IOD's brain would get cut out. Run your ass out of there. But them boy with me no understand. They like Spanish or something. So me the only one for escape. Then that machine come after me and...
And I know the rest. George, I need every detail about how you escaped.
Oh.
So the kid got into the sewers through a drainage channel?
Yeah, he says the channel is super tight, but there's some kind of shutter next to it.
Got it. That must be where they dumped the waste.
There's something else. It sounds like a Desperado exec was on site yesterday. If a Sentry Cyborg was on hand for the meeting.
You should be able to review their video log, provided you can find a server access terminal. That would give us the evidence we need, as well as a little peek at the level of their technology.
So what about the kid?
I made sure the area was secure and told him to sit tight. Can you pick him up?
Sure. I'll send a couple agents for him. You just focus on getting into that lab. If what he said is true about the organs, we need to hurry.
Agreed. Riding out.
So yeah, the Jar Jar Binks of our story. English so bad it needs to be subtitled. By the way, please don't subtitle this video. I really do not want anyone to know what it is saying. Run around, collect an item, and we go through here and onto section 2 of the sewer level, which apparently has a lab.
Activity ahead. It is possible they are conducting test operations while the lab is closed.
They're not going to make it easy to get into that lab. Is there some way you could sneak past? It's a box. How's that going to help? Oh, it's for medical supplies. That could work, actually.
So come down here into the generator room, and to your left will be another VR terminal. Yay! And also the Metal Gear Solid trademark, the box, which we won't be using a lot of. Wrong button. But see, now we are in a box. We are not conspicuous whatsoever. Alright, our next bonus is right down here. Watch the gorillas. And as you notice by the blue highlights, everything here is breakable. So we're going to box up and carefully traverse this. We're going to piss off the monkeys. Okay, what you want to do is take this area stealthy, and you want to come over. See if I can't get that in a second. What you want to do is come over here to where that chest is.
We intercepted call for backup during your last fight. The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
I don't know if I can get that item. I don't think I can, so do a quick restart. This brings us back to the generator room. You can tell if you already got these as they have no display screen. If anything, it's a nice, quick, easy way to grab another box. So, let's try doing this area without us alerting the guards and getting the data chip, I believe it is. Don't backkick me. Alright, that's the area clear. Let's see if we can't maneuver. Oh, wait, up here somehow.
The caller's position is on your Soliton radar. You can engage if you wish. It is your choice.
Jump right in. Jump! Now, if the camera would just want to cooperate. Okay, good. Looks like we are able to get it. So, take that area stealthy, aka not what I was doing, and you want to come over here. Again, be careful. Everything in this upper area is breakable. And what we want is this box. Go ahead and cut it open, and there's a data storage device. And so now we continue on with the level as normal. Just make sure I didn't pass anything. I don't believe there's anything in this room, but it's still worth a shot looking.
Right. I have determined the approximate location of the lab based on the boy's information. It is marked on your Soliton radar.
Alright, so now we're in this area. If you can't tell, it's just basically a cube with respawning enemies until you find the objective. Walk in here, and that box is a little different. It's a man in a box! Okay. Metal Gear Solid taught us one thing. Hiding in a cardboard box is not effective. So right there, the wall that looks slightly different is the one we want to kill. I do want to show off this enemy real quick though. It's a crab walker. See if we can sneak up on him. And yeah, alert goes up. So what we want to do is run over here and break this wall, which happens to be
Wall projection. Pretty well hidden, I gotta say.
a fake wall projection. Come on, hit the cameras. The hit counter was even going up. Another box. One thing I should probably mention, electrolyte packs and health packs can be equipped and auto-used. When the requirements are met, your health hitting 0. Or they can also be used by pressing down on the D-pad. And now we are in the factory.
Ah, this would appear to be the UG maintenance area. You should find a terminal there. Something they use to upload mission parameters to the UGs.
And something I can use to access the lab's main server?
Perhaps. But first you need to take a dump.
Wait, what?
A dump? A digital optical output mounted proxy. You'll need one to interface with the terminal. Most any UG should suffice. Tripod or the like.
I'll see what I can come up with. How do I use it?
Simply connect to it. You should be able to use your communications outlay to control the proxy UG.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Well, doctor's orders. We get to take a dump. Not sure if it's something we want to do behind enemy lines, but hey. Alright, this area is a big stealth section. So we can either take it nice and stealthy, and I can try and show off me being good at this game, and the left army one will spawn around here. So, why not? Let's try and kill everybody stealth-wise. Grab this. And
Right. I thought you said stealth ops were your specialty.
so yeah, if you stealth kill all these guys, the Metal Gear Rexes won't spawn. And it is possible, it is just very troublesome.
If they continue to increase security, they may shut out all outside network connections. Please do your best to avoid being seen.
Here's a hint. That won't happen. But let's look behind door number 1. Zoink, Scoob! It's a room full of brains! In the eyes! There's the guy we want. Let's be honest, that was kind of sloppy. Let's see if we can't do any better.
Contact!
We know the guy that has the left hand. He's this chap right here. And because I want that left hand, we're just gonna switch out from our blade. And cut it right down where it was apparently needed. Hopefully I got the restart in time. And yeah, a guy just spawned in front of us, or I guess cloaked in front of us. Did that get it? Yo! So we'll try one more time before continuing on. There we go. Third time's the charm. Right, guys? Go ahead and equip back our Fox Blade and put this poor fellow out of his misery. Put this poor guy out of his misery. What was the other special move? Excuse me while I just look this up real quick. Bless me. So yeah, special moves vary up combat a bit. And look, no damage.
Is it over?
For now, yeah. But that room, those were cyborg brain casings.
Duh. We saw.
George said they were harvesting organs from kids.
Little kids!
This must be why they are trafficking children. Perhaps other organs are being sold elsewhere, but they are definitely taking their brains.
Jesus. Are they making these kids into cyborgs?
Wait, the cyborgs you've been fighting, did they seem like they might be kids? You said earlier that child soldiers have a telltale approach to combat.
Yeah, but I didn't see it here. Those weren't kids.
So, what? Desperado's just doing the surgeries there?
We've got to do something about all those brains. And the other kids George was talking about. He just escaped a few hours ago. They couldn't have taken all their brains out that fast.
True. There could still be a bunch of kids they haven't touched yet.
I better move.
So there's the plot of the game. We are rescuing brains, and now we get a dwarf gecko. Fun little guy, really. If anything, a different element of gameplay. More stealth-based. I promise, stealth-based. Really, I promise, it's stealth.
It is all ours. Now, use it to locate a data input terminal.
X is attack, A is jump, and same as ninja run.
Just open fire.
Try latching onto cyborgs' heads from behind. Then, an electric shock should knock them unconscious.
And yeah, we are the grunt of the game, except we can shock people. Now, why are we doing this? Well, there's a left arm in here. There's also an achievement for high-fiving with all these guys. So you do want to be careful. If these guys see you going rogue, they will start attacking you, and you have no health as this guy. It also is an achievement to incapacitate all these soldiers. Like I said, no health. 2 kicks, and we go kablooey.
Haha, splendid! It is all ours. Now, use it to locate a data input terminal.
Go ahead and re-shock this guy.
These guys are pretty jumpy now. Any funny business, and they might just open fire.
Try latching onto cyborgs' heads from behind. Then, an electric shock should knock them unconscious.
And yeah, the electric shock knocks him unconscious, just going through making sure we did collect the various items in this stage. Unfortunately, I already have the achievement, so I won't get the pop-up when all these guys are taken care of. But just go around, electrocute them one by one. And I believe the captain that we want is this guy? Don't think so. And yeah, as a dwarf gecko, we have no way to open chests. Now, there was one more thing I did want to keep an eye out for. Not up there. Was it this one? No. Here we go. Little air vent, just ninja run, roll through, and data chip number 9. So, why did we incapacitate all the guys besides for left arm, and why is there a box? Well, because there's special loots. If I could remember how to get to the area. Special loot, and what we're doing in this area is opening the door for a Raiden to come through. Which won't be too hard. Jump in this ventilation shaft, and time. So yeah, normally if you aren't doing...
most likely designed to download mission data and such into the UGs. Let's try using it to access the lab server.
If you aren't doing all the stuff I am, you can get through here in about 20 seconds. UBS plugs are hard to use.
Raiden, I found something. In one of the Sentry Cyborg's visual logs. Guess who shows up?
Sundowner.
Right away.
Exposition showing Desperado was in this area.
Send us what you do, Hank. You've already commissioned the outplay. The Sears program? Yep. Same one old Georgie boy used on the kids in Liberia. Of course, it's wide straight to the brain now. Feels as real as anything else. Your work is astonishing. And your work is light. We need to sit before our cover is blown. We got some assholes snooping around.
We just do not have the full quantity yet. Each brain has its own unique requirements. It's not like we can just pop them out with an ice cream scoop.
All right. Make your point.
Oh, thank you for understanding.
Say what you have now, and I will destroy any unharvested inventory.
Okay? But have you any idea what they cost?
Last I checked, bigger children weren't exactly rare in the part of the world. Millions of them, in fact. You can get more once we set up a new lab. They lead lives of hunger and pain. We're performing a service here for them and the cities they burn.
But just gathering the donors requires a significant investment.
Yes, yes, we'll get the money. Accounting will be in touch.
Gracias. I assure you we will dispose of our inventory the instant we can confirm payment.
Are we done here? I've got a full slate today. Tecumseh is a demanding mistress, and America has suffered long enough.
Oh, yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Let me see you out.
American government.
You
Gotta
see that,
love it.
Kev? In Monty's killer.
Desperado's chief of operations goes by Sundowner, the Californian wildfire.
The kids.
Think we're too late?
Only one way to find out. George was still alive. Maybe the payment hasn't come through yet.
Maybe. But you heard what he said. They've already started some brains on VR training.
There must be more than just what I found here. What about the VIP in the suit?
I'll find out. You definitely seem familiar.
Right. I'm going after the kids.
That VIP in a suit is a boss, and is probably one of the best bosses in the entire game. Or just ever created. So yeah, we didn't shock the humanoid, the dwarf geckos, but everybody else is incapacitated. And so, two things we want to do is, after I dispose of this guy so he doesn't get in the way, I did mention there was a left arm up here, which you can tell by the blue diamond. And then also that crate that we couldn't open earlier. So let's go over there right now and slice it open. And it's another endurance upgrade. And this guy has the armor you want, so go ahead, take your time. Just to be sure I get it, go ahead and burn through one of those. They're commonplace enough. Go ahead and slice off his arm and take it as a trophy, as whatever you want for your arms. Run through here and...
Bad news, right? We can't find George.
What?
Maybe the
Good.
coordinates you sent us were off?
No way. I merged the GPS location of our entry with all my movement data from that point on.
This is bad.
You think they got to him first?
I don't know. I'll have our guys sweep the area.
Thanks. I better keep moving.
Is that really bad news that he's gone? I mean, again, Jar Jar Binks. In this, they want to say it's boss fight, but mini boss fight. Because this guy appears later on as a regular enemy. And to be fair, not that scary.
This bastard is blocking the way. Push that thing back.
Push him back by just smacking him. Be sure to watch out for his attack. Not like that. Be sure to counter his attack. Again, I would love to show off the counter. Watch out for missiles. As you can see, he does a fair bit of damage. Oh, come on. Now I'm just being terrible at this game. Extremely terrible at this game. To the point where it would be more beneficial if I just restarted.
This bastard is blocking the way. Push that thing back.
And that's what it's supposed to look like. A counter basically pushes him all the way back.
They've switched to biped mode. Careful. It is all new battle now.
Make sure we're using the correct weapon. So yeah, this specific one is a guard. But again, they become commonplace later on. Though I should probably be careful, because this still is a boss. Such as watching for obvious tells of attacks. Normally, if you perfect berry, you get a blade time event, which makes stuff a lot easier to kill. Watch out for the missiles. Don't attack. If you attack in ninja mode, then you'll just be deflected off. Chase after this guy. Again, even with base equipment, a relatively simple fight. It's just mostly mastering the parry mechanics, getting guards down. The missiles won't hit you. And the quick time to finish them off. Baby. Oh well.
Right. I knew I'd seen that guy before. Stephen Armstrong. As in Colorado Senator Stephen Armstrong. They're already talking about him as a shoo-in for the nomination in 2020. And get this. 2 years ago, a federal grand jury investigated his ties to a certain private...
World Marshal. One of the biggest PMCs out there. I remember.
The biggest, ever since the Big Five split up. Not to mention the single largest investor in military cyborg R&D in the world. Guess that answers the question of who's backing Desperado.
Marshall and Desperado in bed together.
Giggity.
Should make for some fun headlines.
Giggity.
This is World Marshal and a U.S. Senator we're talking about. There won't be any headlines. Even without the Patriots filter, no major media outlet will investigate allegations like these. It'd be financial and political suicide.
So we just what? Sit back while they keep carving up kids, stand aside while they build an army of cyborgs? You heard them. We shut down one lab, they build another. They're planning something big, Captain. We can't just wait for it to happen. We need to hit them first and hit them hard where it counts.
No, Raiden, no. I know what you're thinking, and just know. Colorado is in America, and America has these things called laws.
Debatable.
And law enforcement in Denver was privatized and farmed out to...
Marshall, yes, so what? There are still laws, and it's their headquarters, for Christ's sakes. You'd be heading right into the heart of a raging shitstorm.
I didn't say it would be easy.
Or
Figure it out once
monsoon.
the kids are safe.
Jesus Christ. Kevin, out.
I'll be honest, as a guy from Colorado, except for the ethnical issues, I would love a senator like Senator Armstrong. He at least gets crap done. Alright, and we are heading towards the finale of this level. One thing we do want to take note of is hidden arm. Just quick look to make sure that this guy isn't the one with the arm. Quick restart because we didn't get it. That should refill everything of ours. Yep. Make sure we're targeting the right guy. Make sure we're targeting the right guy and not immediately killing him. And go ahead, knock him in the air, get a quick blade time, and chop off his arm. That makes 7 of 30. And personal memory says there's something over here. Nope, just an EMP grenade, which could have thrown into the hallway to distract him. And now we'll finish this up with the last cutscene of the level.
Ah, an artificial blood cryopreserver. They must have begun preparatory freezing.
What do you mean?
That device is filled with synthetic blood plasma. It can slow the metabolism of a harvested organ, circulating this plasma to sustain oxygen levels. You can preserve an arm, a brain, any body part for several hours.
So what are they freezing, and why?
I could not say. Perhaps they plan to sell off the organs of the children they were told to dispose of.
Unbelievable.
You had best hurry, Raiden.
Right.
This was the item I was thinking of. So, room, doctor conversation in the right-hand corner by the door. And this was the room with the final cutscene. Again, Jar Jar Binks. Bleh.
Shit.
Hey, stop right there.
If only we had something to break the glass. Do it! Do it!
George,
Raiden.
you've heard of chloroform? A potent anesthetic in smaller doses. But breathe too much of it? And adios, muchachos.
Those kids we need to save. They're not Jar Jar.
Break that glass, and I'll blow his brains out. Surrender.
We could have done this earlier.
The needs of the many, or the needs of the few.
Raiden, don't worry about me now.
Quiet, pendejo. Surrender. I won't ask again.
George, are you sure?
I'm ready. Me life now so precious. Ting, what if we can take this skunt to hell with me?
Cállate.
Yes?
That's all I needed to hear.
Stop it. Now.
He could pull the trigger.
I swear.
Our blade is bloody. But is Jar Jar still alive? Jar Jar George. That glass, would we like to break it? Please? Maybe? No? Just going to continue on? Okay, well that was File R02, or Mission 3 if you include the prologue. That's all the collectibles in the level, and an introduction to probably one of the best bosses ever and one of the worst bosses ever. Thank you all for watching. I hope you all have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will see you next time on Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Good night.